In this session, we learn pure, say AC applied to pure capacitance circuit, and then we put all the three inductance, capacitance and resistance in a circuit in series, and we learn that circuit also. So now we first take pure capacitance circuit, AC applied to a pure capacitive circuit. Pure capacitive circuit. So here also we prove expression for current by assuming the voltage. Say this is the voltage V equals V naught sin omega t, and this is capacitance. At any instant current I is passing. Now we want to get the expression for current. For that I write, we know I equals dq by dt, where q is the amount of charge, instantaneous charge passing through that. But we know from capacitance definition q equals C into V, where C is the capacitance. We substitute that there. I equals differential of CV with respect to t by dt. We take C outside, differential of V with respect to t. We apply for V naught sin omega t with respect to t. Therefore, CV naught differential of sin omega t with respect to t. Therefore, the I is V naught Ci, right? Differential of sin is cos omega t. Say omega cos omega t is there for differential with respect to time. And if we rearrange the terms, omega C V naught cos omega t, again we write cos omega t in sin. I equals omega C V naught sin of omega t plus pi by 2. Observe, in the case of inductance, we have written minus pi by 2. Why? We want to get minus cos omega t after sin of A plus B, A minus B expansion. Here we want to get cos omega t plus cos omega t. So if we expand sin omega t plus pi by 2 as sin of A plus B, we get cos omega t plus cos omega t. That's why we are expanding it like this. Now observe, omega C V naught, we call it as I naught. We can write I equals I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. This is our equation 2. Equation 1 we can write for the sake of say clarity, sin omega t. Observe now, I and V have some phase difference. Omega t plus pi by 2 for I, omega t only for V. That means plus pi by 2 is for I. That means plus means leading. It is forward compared to V. That means we write I leads V by pi by 2 radians. I leads V by pi by 2 radians. Or in the other way around, we write V lags behind I by pi by 2 radians. Both are one and the same. You can write any one of them in the exam if it is asked. So once we have written this, we write the phasor diagram for this. It's very similar to that. Only thing V and I parts are changed. X, Y. Say if I write this as I there, then where should we write V? V is trailing behind, V lags behind. So I is in the first quadrant means it should, V lagging means it should be in the fourth quadrant at around 90 degree as this are coming. V, that's why V lags behind. You can write, you can make this as V and write I here also. That's also valid. I have written one thing for the sake of actually clarity. I use the fourth quadrant for V and first quadrant for I. You can use in any quadrant, you can write this. because they are all instantaneous vectors. They are changing continuously. So with these things now, let me go through the derivation once again. Just observe. We applied AC to a pure capacitor or pure capacitive circuit where it consists of a pure capacitance. That means, as we said, in case of inductance and resistance, it acts like capacitance only, any other effect is not there, like resistance or any other effect. Then it is applied to AC source, then V equals V naught sin omega t, I equals dq by dt we know from current definition, but Q is CV, we substitute that here, C dV by dt, C differential of V naught sin omega t with respect to t, C V naught you take out differential of sin omega t with respect to t, then I equals V naught C, what differential of sin omega t is omega cos omega t, take out omega C V naught cos omega t, omega C V naught sin omega t plus pi by 2, omega C V naught is I naught we can call. Therefore, we can take omega C V naught is equal to I naught, I equals I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. This is the equation, second equation. This is our first equation what we have written there. By comparing these two, we can write I is pi by 2 height compared to V. So because plus is there. So I leads V by pi by 2 radians, or V lags behind I by pi by 2 radians. In the graph, where we say phasor diagram, we write I in the first quadrant means the V should be lagging behind, therefore it should be in the fourth quadrant. And also if you want, I can write another diagram to make you clear with these things, X and Y. The same thing can be represented like this. If I write I here, then I must write V here. So only thing, what is height, that should be maintained like that. Both the diagrams are valid. So with this, we think of one more idea now, just like what we thought of. Say here, omega C V naught equals I naught. From there I start now. Omega C V naught equals I naught. From there I start. Omega C V naught equals I naught. So V naught by I naught is 1 by omega C. 1 by omega C. Observe again, it is the opposition but depends on the frequency. We call it as Xc now. 1 by omega C is called as Xc, the capacitive reactance. Therefore, Xc in terms of frequency, if you write 1 by 2 pi of C, say we can write a graph again for this. We can write a graph for this. Say I take Xc on the y axis, F on the x axis. As we can see here, 1 by 2 pi C into F we can write 1 by F. So X is inversely proportional to F. That means what type of graph it should give? Can you remember? From the first year you have drawn that type of graph many times. Even in the second year electrostatics we have drawn. That is inversely proportional means it should give you a rectangular hyperbola. That means a curve like this. This is a curve for Xc. When frequency is smaller, X is larger. When frequency is increasing, X is decreasing. So this is the graph for, I say, Xc versus frequency. With these ideas now, we start learning about the series LCR circuit. That means L means inductance, C means capacitance, R means resistance. When we connect all the three in a series, what we get? What type of circuit we get? We want to learn. But remember, those circuits, LCR, are the only things which are responsible for all communications, even radio, television and mobile communication. To select, to receive particular station in radio or television, what we take is an LCR circuit. So there L or C is varied to get the required station. With that, now we start learning LCR circuit. Series circuit. We have L there, C there, and resistance R applied with say AC voltage like this. This is R, this is C, this is L, and V applied is V naught sin omega t. Here in fact in this circuit to analyze we have two methods. One phasor diagram method, another is analytical method. First one we learn phasor diagram method, we derive an expression for inductance, say impedance in this session, and in the coming sessions we consider analytical method of solution for this. So now say if I is the current passing here, then XL is the reactance for L, X is the reactance for C, R is the resistance. Now if we draw all the three in the same graph, observe carefully. Say if you take this as say voltage and this is the current, say we call it as VL, voltage across inductance. We know that leads the current I by 90 degree, that's why I have written like this. If you want we can write current in a different color I. Now through resistance current and voltage are in phase, that means I must write I along with that VR is also there on the same line VR. For capacitance voltage lags behind the current, that means I write VC here, the current is again like this I. So first thing for inductance, as we know from previous derivations, in the inductance or pure inductance circuit, voltage leads the current by pi by 2 radian. That's what I have written. In case of pure resistance, voltage and current are in phase, so they are in the same line. And in case of capacitance, current leads the voltage. All the three are written. But as they are in series, the currents are same. So we can write a single diagram here by writing current like this I, where VR is also there. Now we write VL over here and VC at around bottom. So VR is here. We write, if you want, VR also on this line. But that is, say VR. VR and I are in same phase. Now observe, this becomes a vector diagram. Three vectors, VL, VC, VR. For the timing, let us forget about I. So what is the resultant of all these three vectors? That will generate resultant voltage in the circuit. From there we can go for the current. So observe carefully. If we assume a particular case, VL greater than VC, then this figure becomes just like this. VL and VC are in opposite direction. So their resultant VL minus VC is in the direction of VL. And the VR is this way. So now we have only two vectors, VL minus VC and VR. If you combine, if you create a parallelogram to add these vectors, we get a curve like this. Say we get the diagonal like this, which gives us resultant voltage. According to the parallelogram law for vector addition, we can write V equals root of VR square plus VL minus VC whole square. Now we substitute for VR, VL, VC. How? We write down. We know VR is I into R, VL is I into XL, VC I into XC. So by that, if I substitute here, I get IR whole square plus IXL minus IXC whole square. So we can simply write I into R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Observe, V is obtained like this. R for I can write V by root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. But what about IXL as a denominator? We call this denominator as set, which is root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square It is called as impedance of LCR circuit. That is the net opposition for the flow of AC in the LCR circuit. Observe, this depends on pure resistance. This depends on frequency in terms of reactance. Both the things are there. That's why I call it as impedance of LCR circuit. Observe, by using this we can obtain the expression for I also, but that's not required. This is only the thing what is required. So let me go through the derivation once again. We considered a series LCR circuit with pure inductance of pure coil of inductance L, pure capacitance of capacitance C, and pure resistance of resistance R applied with V equals V naught sin omega t. But we know VR is IR, VL is IXL, VC is IXC. Now observe, these are the things. Because we know VR and I are in phase, voltage across resistance and current are in phase. Therefore, we have written VR and I in the same direction. We know VL leads the current by pi by 2. That's why I have written VL leading current by pi by 2 radians. And in the same manner, capacitance, voltage across capacitance VC lags behind I by 90 degree. That's why we have written all the three diagrams what we have written previously. But in all these three, I remains same because current remains same. So we can combine all these three, we can write like this. And instead of I take VR in the same direction. I apply the parallelogram law for vector addition. We get this graph because if we assume VL greater than VC, their resultant is VL minus VC. Therefore, their resultant is V according to parallelogram law for vector addition. Therefore, V equals VR square plus VL minus VC square. By simplifying them, we get I equals V by root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square, where that denominator root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square is called as Z, the impedance. For this class, I conclude here.